Hello, brothers and sisters. You are now in tune with the Great Controversy Warrior Series Part 2. In these videos that I will be posting up on YouTube, like I said in my last one, I will be breaking down the book called The Great Controversy. Uh, in this particular book, it talks about, like I said in my last video, it talks about the great controversy that we are living in, the great battle that we are living in today, that started in heaven by Lucifer, the one light bearer, the one that is now called Satan the devil, and his angels, versus Michael the archangel, Jesus Christ the creator, and his angels. And in this book, it talks about the different battles that the Lord and the devil have been involved. And it shows us in this book, also in chapter 1. I will not be taking too long in chapter 1, but in chapter 1 talks about the destruction of Jerusalem and how the prophecies of the prophets Isaiah and the prophet Ezekiel had foretold uh, of these events that were going to transpire by the Roman Empire that destroyed Jerusalem. Now, it is very it is my intention to bring to you that in this book goes through the history of the world, starting with the destruction of Jerusalem and going all the way in history in Europe and in Africa, in all the different continents, but more so in Europe, showing the transformation of certain individuals that were actually part of the Roman Empire and the Roman later Catholic Church, and where these individuals were shaped by the Lord. They were used by the Lord to blow the horn of reformation. That's where we get the word Protestant. Why do we get the word Protestant? Because back in the 15 and 14 and 16 and 17 hundreds, these were men who stood up to the Roman Catholic Church. This is not an attack to the Roman Catholic Church. This is just basically breaking down the history of the Roman Catholic Church, of the Roman Empire. Now, I want to focus more on this chapter. That is one of my favorite chapters because I have dealt with it myself. I have been a victim of the snares of Satan. It's called The Snares of Satan, chapter 32. If everyone could please get this book, if you want, I can give you the info right now. You can find it on an app. If you have an Android, you can get it on Google App Play Store. Go to E.G. Writings. This is the author of this book, the lady called Ellen G. White. She lived in 1800s. She wrote this book in 1888. Now, furthermore, if you want to get her books via website, there's a website also that you can get her books called Ellen G. White Estates, or the White Estates. And also there's another website you can go to. It's called the abc.com. And that stands for Adventist Book Store, Adventist Book Center. And you can get it on there.com, abc.com. But into this one chapter called The Snares of Satan. And I think we've all been involved in the snares of Satan. In the upcoming videos that I will be posting, also, I will be giving my testimony into how I became involved in the snares of Satan. But I want to get into this chapter. And I'm going to start reading this little paragraph in the beginning of this chapter, chapter 32. snares of Satan on the great controversy. It says like this. When there is no special effort made to resist his power, when indifference prevails in the church and in the world, Satan is not concerned, for he is not in danger of losing those whom he is leading captive at his will. But when the attention is called to eternal things and the souls are acquiring, what must I do to be saved? He is on the ground seeking to match his power against the power of our beloved Christ and to counterattack the influence of the Holy Spirit. Now, with that being said, I'm going to break down that particular paragraph. It says, when there's no special effort, meaning when you have no desire, when your cares are solely on yourself, solely on self-indulgence, which I have also experienced in my personal life. I've been there, fellow brothers and sisters. I've been there. When there is no effort of you, YouTube watcher, you, subscriber, fellow subscriber, when there's no effort of you trying to find the eternal things, the devil does not care. He is simply laughing at you. He's like, ha, ha, I have this person in my snare. I have this person in my trap. I have the great controversy in my trap. I have him in his vodka. I have him in his magazine. I have him in his favorite show. I have him in his favorite music. In whatever it is, the devil can get you snared up in a small pen if he needs to. And he will do it, and you will stick to that pen like if it's your life depended on it. I'm telling you, it's not a joke. Now, these things, were they written by this lady for mere coincidence? Were they written by this lady just because she wanted to write this and it was just something that was pure self-sufficiency, that she just wanted to write this to be bored? No, fellow brothers and sisters, this woman, Ellen G. White, was undoubtedly inspired by God for our time, 2016. Definitely and undoubtedly for our time. She talks about things in this book, The Great Controversy, things that are transpiring as we speak right now. People, wake up. We need to wake up. The Lord is calling us to wake up. Fellow brothers and sisters, whether you are in a church, whether you belong to a religious group, whether you belong to a social, political group, wake up. The world is upside down. And this particular chapter keeps on reading, and I will read once again from it. The scriptures declare that upon one occasion, when the angels of God came to present themselves before the Lord, guess who came? Satan came also among them. And this we find in Job 1:6. Not to bow down before the eternal king, but to further his own malicious design against the righteous. With the same object, he is in attendance when men assemble for the worship of God. Though hidden from sight, he is still working with all diligence to control the minds of the worshipers. Is he not doing that today in our world? Is he not controlling? He's controlling. He's controlling the minds of the youth, the minds of the adults, the minds of the infants. He's controlling. When you do not care for the things of the Lord, he's controlling your mind. When I don't care for the things of the Lord, he is controlling my mind. But I must let him not control my mind. And how do we do that? We get on our knees and pray. We find the things that are eternal. What did it say in this paragraph? What did it say in the before paragraph? What must I do to be saved? When we ask that question, the Lord is happy. And guess who's not happy? The devil. The devil's not happy. This is not an attack at any religion. This is not an attack at any social political group. This is not attacks at the government. This is mere concern for my fellow human beings in the times that we're living. The Lord is going to come, and we're just sitting here on our iPhones, on our tablets, on our Android phones, on our 50-inch, 60-inch, 42-inch, 32-inch, 29-inch, even 7 little inch TVs, indulging in all types of pleasures. And yet we don't ask ourselves, what must I do to be saved? It is my prayer, fellow brothers and sisters, that we must wake up, and ask yourself, what must I do to be saved? For the time is near that the Lord is coming. We will be breaking down other things in my video post. This is also a social, political, and religious commentary. So please, fellow subscribers, subscribe, and may the Lord touch your heart to share with others the truth of his message. And that is the great controversy warrior. Signing off. May God bless.